Choppy today, eh?
Just a little.
Welcome back, guys. As you guys can hear, it's pretty windy today. It's not a bad day today. It's going to be 11 degrees Celsius. No bugs, no nothing. This is part 3. I don't know if you guys have seen part 1 and part 2, but me and Carlos have headed back here again to see if we can recover any more relics from the late 1700s and early 1800s. Carlos already has quite a few finds. This is my first hole of the day, and I do have a couple of finds already. I'll let you guys have a look. First one, got a musket ball. Second one, got an old knife. Bit of a tip on it there. That's a nice relic. And a little piece of pottery. This is all coming out from one hole. This is what happened on our first couple of series, part 1 and part 2. Whenever we dig a hole, there'd be multiple items in the hole. So that's from the first hole. I do have another signal in the hole. I'll let you guys have a look. Can you see it? It's right here. Grape shot. All of this stuff's old. That could be the little fuse area or where they manufactured the ball. A little crudely done. So let's see if there's anything else in the hole here. Square nail. That looks like a piece of animal bone right here. Yep, that's animal bone. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Some metal. As you can hear, there's stuff all over the place in here. There's another piece of pottery right here. I'm going to shut you guys off, and if I get up anything else, I'll bring you guys back in again. There's a little bit of a nail. Alright guys, next hole. Got a few relics out of this one. I'll show you guys what they are here. Some of this stuff I don't know what it is. Metal plate of some sort. Here's a spoon handle. It doesn't have the end piece on it, as you guys can see. But, in my little pile here, guess what I got? This might be the other end of it. Old spoon. Look at this. Possibly a heel plate. Yeah, sure looks like it. I found another one of these last time I was here. That's a cool find. Old end of a shotgun shell. Feels like it's paper down at the bottom here. Bits of pottery. There's no marking on it that I can see. There's a few mottled cracks in it. but that's about it. Anyway, I'm gonna keep digging away here, see what I can find. Well, these came out of this hole. Sorry about the wind, guys. That's nice. So that one came out. This came out too. We're not 100% sure what this is. It's heavy. No clue on that one. Carlos had a good look at it. We're not sure. This big round nail came out too. It's a bit of an odd find. All this stuff's got some age to it. Bit of a square bottom there. Looks pretty crudely done as well. Carlos has a couple of nice finds. I'll show you guys those in the next little bit. Alright guys, let's keep moving. Well, here are some of the finds Carlos has made so far. They're definitely eaten well. That's an animal bone. That one is too. But let's have a look. Grape shot. Very nice. There's 3 more, or 2 more. So he has 3 of these so far today. There's another one as well. He found this button we were looking at a little bit earlier on. We're not sure if it has any sort of a design on this side. That's nice. A bit of a bullet casing there. Square nail. Look at this nail. That's an old one. And one of his most interesting finds is this one right here. It's not lead, it's lighter. It actually feels like a marble. That's what we concluded it might be. It's light, it's nice and round. Obviously it's not done by machine by the look of it. And it's white. We're going to look into this a little bit more to see if we can get some verification on it. But if so, that's a nice old marble. So anyway guys, we're going to keep moving here. If we get anything else, we'll bring you guys back in again. What an absolutely beautiful day today. It started off a little bit rough. It was really drizzly, cold, and windy. At the beginning of the video, you guys could see how windy it was. We were at the top of a bit of a hill there. It's pretty quiet down here. But it's about 11 degrees Celsius. It's really quiet. No bugs whatsoever. I did get a signal. It sounds pretty good. It could be the first coin of the day. Let's see what it is. I think I just saw something. Yep, it's right in here. And it's just a penny. Let's see the date on it. Looks like a 1943. That's not too bad. Getting hit around the paths here. We didn't hit this area that we're in, or where I am right now. But Carlos is just on the hill, just to my left. I don't see him, but I'm sure if he gets something, he's going to let me know. But anyway, there you go. First coin of the dig, 1943. Well, I'm in the ferns, and I ended up getting a good signal. It sounds pretty good. It's in the plug. I've already dug it. So let's see what it is together. Shallow. There's something in here. Right there. Notorious pennies. They are such a wonderful thing. This one's a 1950. That's good. Could be some silver around here. The other one was, what, a 43, and this is a 50. So just a matter of time before we hit something. I got up and scanned the hole. Still got another signal. I believe it's the scent, another one. It's right down there. Let's see what year this one is. I'm guessing it's probably an older one too. Let's see if we can see anything on this one. Figure out which way it goes. I don't think we're going to get very much. I have to give it a really good cleaning. It should be right here above my finger. Nope. Oh well. It's probably another George. Probably around that 1950 time period. Well, the wind's picking up again. I'm just coming along this ledge here. And I roamed down here. I got a good signal. It sounded like a penny, unfortunately. But when I dug it out and flipped through with my pinpointer, looks like I got myself a silver dime. Right in there. It's a young Elizabeth. It's not too old. It is silver. Probably a 60, maybe 59. 1960, bang on. That's the first silver of the day. Carlos is a little bit behind me. I did see him. He's kind of working in this direction. But there you go, first silver of the dig. Alright guys, we're going to do a little bit of a wrap up here with what we have so far. We've been detecting probably for about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. So we're going to go over the finds with what we have so far. I don't know if the wind's bothering the camera, but if it is, we apologize for that. First thing here is a really nice bit of a square nail, as you guys can see. Really roughly done. The top's round, but the rest of it's a square. There's that heel plate that I ended up getting. That's pretty neat. This one here, this musket ball type thing, we cleaned it up. It looks really kind of different than what we're used to seeing. It's got a bit of a ring around here, and it goes all the way around, as you guys can see. It's heavy, it's lead, but if you guys have any idea why it's like that, or if you've seen anything like that, just leave a comment. There's the other stuff, grape shot. We found quite a few of these on our last outing here. I think we walked away with 20 something between the two of us. There's a piece of a plate that you guys saw, a piece of a bottle, a soda bottle there, piece of pottery. This is an interesting piece too. You can see it's got a little bit of a design on the left and the right. It's two metal pins. There was one of them in there, it fell out. But that would have been stuck to something, just don't know what. A few pieces of iron. There's a bit of a clip. Here's a square nut. This thing here rang off with a pretty good signal. It looks like a piece of iron or something like that. This is that bit of a plate. It did break, unfortunately. Very brittle. It's got a certain shape to it. I wanted to look a little bit further into that, but it's no point now. Not sure what that is. Reminds me of a waffle fry or a waffle. It is iron. Look at this thing. I got no clue what that is. No clue. Never seen one like that before. That came up as a good signal. A whole bunch of pennies, as usual. A lot of those are 1940s, 1950s. We got our silver at the end there. You guys saw me dig this. 1960 silver. We got this. This is a bit of a round tack. This is a little crudely done too, as you can see. It's not centered. A little bit of a bullet end there. Washer. This came up really well. And that as well. That's the end of a shotgun cartridge, I believe, or something like that. This piece too. That's paper all around the outside. That's an old one. There's that knife. Looks like an ordinary table knife, but this little divot right here might throw it into a different category altogether. So that was that. This, we looked at it, we have no clue what this is. It's heavy. If you guys have an idea what this is, again, please leave a comment for us. It almost looks like a wheel or something like that. But on the other side, there's nothing that really comes through from that middle pin there. There's the spoon, handle, everything like that. So that's my stuff. Carlos got quite a few interesting finds here today. This is a piece of steel or a piece of metal of some sort. Looks like it was part of a plate or a bowl or something like that. We're not 100% sure what it was used for. Maybe for cooking. His finds here, there's a bit of a ring, same bullet thing that I got. Sorry about that. It's really windy, so I'm trying to kind of form a little barrier here so you can hear me. This is an old pipe stem. They'd shove the tobacco in the main part, which we're missing, the cup, and they'd use that to put their mouth. This would have been probably 1800s for sure. So that would go along, and then there'd be a bowl at the one end where they'd shove their tobacco and light it. They breathe it all up through the middle part of this. As you can see, there's a little hole there at each end. So that's an old pipe stem. In regards to the grape shot, there's the one, there's the two. He's got the third one here as well. And that button, doesn't seem to be anything on that. We did have a look at it. There's that white thing. Now this looks like a marble. He's washed it a little bit, Carlos has. It definitely looks like a marble. Old. That would be an old one if that's the case. So when we get back, we're going to have to do some research in regards to that. Bullet casing, as you guys can see here. 2020, something like that. Huge piece of a spike. It might actually connect with this one here. So he's got that huge ring. That's massive. There's my hand. So that's a big ring there. A little bit of a square nail here, as you guys can see as well. This is also very crudely done. Old stuff is made like this. They didn't have too many machines way back then, especially if they didn't have access to a machine to make stuff like this. That's a piece of copper, melted, unfortunately. Look at this bottle piece here. It came out of a hole as well. That's an oldie. Thick glass. Probably the very top of a bottle or something like that. Cork would have went in the top. That's nice. Carlos ended up getting a compact. It's light. It doesn't feel like there's actually anything in this. It has fused together through rust and everything else. There's nothing in it. That's a nice score. And believe it or not, Carlos got a bottle intact, as you can see, all the way to the bottom. Just sitting in the woods. Just, where was it? Just sticking out a little bit, or is the whole thing just sitting on the surface?
Yep, pretty much on the surface.
Unreal. That's awesome. Awesome. Just sitting there for what, 30, 40 years? At least, maybe? So, anyway, we're going to head back in there again into the woods, see what else we can come out with. We need a few more coins here to add to the stuff we got so far. And we'll bring you guys back in when we get something else. Well, I dug another signal. It sounded like a penny, so I dug it. When it came out, it looked like a penny. It was covered in dirt. One white revealed a silver. George. Maybe a 42, something like that. Nope, 1940. Second silver. I'm sure it was a penny when it came out, but one white and it was silver. Anyway, all right guys, here's another signal. This one was coming up pretty close to the surface. It was a good one. I ended up digging the plug. It did flip out. right in there. But I haven't taken it out yet. Looks like maybe a piece of jewelry or something like that. Let's see, we'll do this together. Not sure what this middle piece is. Klutz. Isn't that comical? Well, obviously some klutz lost this, and I found it. It's not silver by the look of it, but still, better than garbage. Cool, let's keep moving, guys. Carlos is on the board. Where is it?
Right here.
He already cleaned it up. He thought it was a penny, just like my last one. 1960. That's the date of the other one that I got. It was a 1960 as well. Nice score.
Yeah.
I'm starting to hit these little, not necessarily the paths that you guys can see here, and there's a little bit one over here, but all in the wooded area. So that's good. That's our third silver of the day.
Nice.
Well, Carlos has another silver. He's tied with me now. He's got two. Very nice. Do you mind?
Yep. I'd have to clean her up a little bit.
Just gonna get a date on it. Looks like a 68, bud.
68, yeah.
Is that what you thought it was? Yeah. Here, you wanna clean it up?
Give her a little clean.
Just in this small little area here, right?
Yeah. It's funny how we're just finding dimes.
Yeah.
So easy to lose it. It's so
It
small.
is.
Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get right now.
Yeah, 1968. Silver.
That was only about, what, 5-6 feet away from the last one.
Very nice. Looks like I got myself a wheat cent. Let's see if we can get a date off it. It's pretty toasted. Yep. I don't think we're going to be able to, fortunately. Maybe you guys can see. Should be right in here somewhere. I'm guessing maybe in the 50s, 40s, maybe something like that. Anyway, let's keep moving. Maybe we can get some more silver. Carlos is coming up from behind there. I was 2 up on him, then he was 2-1. Now it's 2-2. So hopefully we can get a couple more between us. Carlos just dug this nice little piece of lead. It's a 3-ringer. The other side's weird. It's flat. Looks like it grazed something. Maybe took the quarter of it off. You can see there. That's a nice score. God, imagine that hitting you. That would not make for a good day.
Big piece of lead.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nice, buddy.
Thank you.
I ended up getting a 1047, 1247 in here. I thought it was going to be silver, but to my surprise, it's something else. It's a buckle. It's got the 2 forks on the end. That's still attached. That's old. That's got to be 1800s, definitely. But that was ringing through pretty high. I'm going to scan it again just to make sure. Yeah, that's a nice score. That was pretty deep too. Probably brass, something like that. That, I believe, is a shoe buckle. It used to fit right over top of your shoe like that, I believe, or higher up, one or the other. Early 1800s, people used to wear them on their boots or their shoes. So that's what the ark's for, like that. So that's a nice find. It's a nice relic. Well, Carlos just dug this. It was coming up, he said it was about 6-7 inches deep. Looks like a marble or a musket ball. Let's take a look. It's a musket ball, it's heavy. It's got an interesting patina on it. That's a cool find. We're just coming to the end of the dig. Probably another 15-20 minutes or so. We're going to see if we can get something else before we leave. But there you go. That's one of the last finds for the hunt. And let's keep moving. Maybe we'll get something else. Well, this was a good signal. I really had to dig for it. I had to dig through all these roots right here. They were just holding the plug in. There's no way I could pull the plug out. I ended up getting a bit of grass up, but I ended up digging right down there, right at the very bottom. I still had a signal. I ended up putting the shovel down, and it sounded like I hit a tin can, so unfortunately I kept going just to see, just in case. And guess what I popped out? I got a silver quarter by the look of it. And Carlos isn't going to be too happy. He's pretty excited that he ended up coming back and tying it 2-2 on the silver front. I just told him I'm going to pack it in and head back down to the boat here and wait for him. Unfortunately, on the way down for him, I scanned as I went down the hill, and bingo, I got myself a silver quarter. So hopefully he can get something wherever he is. It's a young Elizabeth. $1960. That's not too bad. Last one of the day for me. I thought it was a George, but it's not. Alright guys, Carlos is doing the magnet fishing right now. He has a target. He says it's pretty heavy. Let's see what it is. This water's, what, about 15 feet? 20 feet right here?
About 20 feet.
20 feet. He's got a pretty heavy duty magnet. It sticks to anything